Hey YouTube, Drone Tech here, back after a long hiatus. I saw this story today and I just had to do a video about it because it's another great example of how the media will spin a certain event and then put it out there and just repeat it over and over and over again to the point where even if it's ever corrected, the amount of people that they've reached with the lie, isn't going to be reversed. Those people are probably still going to believe the lie. And in this case, we have CNN and MSNBC and probably the other networks too. I'm not 100% on that. But at least CNN and MSNBC have been claiming that the Trump White House edited the transcript of the press conference between Trump and Putin. And they claim that the transcript was edited to remove the question about if Putin helped Trump, or if Russia helped Trump with the hack.
Did you want President Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Да, я хотел, чтобы он выиграл.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he talked about bringing the U.S.-Russia relationship back to normal.
Okay, Max, now in the official transcript from the White House that is put out to the public, they have changed reality. They've changed what happened. They deleted from the transcript, President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election? They don't want the public to see that anymore. So they have taken that out of the official record of what happened. Max, explain what people are seeing with their own eyes.
Well, I mean, you've been talking about how Orwellian this is, and I think that is the right word. I mean, remember that Big Brother strategy was he who controls the past controls the future, and that seems to be what Donald Trump is doing here.
Those two pieces together, no more readouts from the phone calls, the deletion from the transcript of the question about whether Putin favored President Trump in 2016. What does it add up to?
Well, there's a number of we've already seen this. There's no White House logs either. We don't get to know who comes in and out of the White House. The president's, this administration's absolute desire to try to be as anti-transparent as possible has been troubling for a long time.
It just means they're going to leak at some point.
Although when they're altering transcripts and video, they're trying to control the narrative in another way. I think they think is a more effective way of doing it, simply by creating fake documents and fake video about public events.
Yeah, but
What Putin said publicly at the press conference.
right. I mean, the frightening thing, Allison, is that, we can sit here and laugh about it, but the reality is most Republican voters are actually believing this nonsense. They are.
Problem is, Washington Post actually did a story about this and pointed out that the transcript that initially went out did have that missing, but it wasn't because it was edited out. It was because the feed actually cut out on one of the cameras, and it just happened to be the camera that was recording the transcript, or I'm sorry, that where the audio was being fed through, that recorded the transcript. And so it actually didn't catch that portion of the question. And you can actually hear in the videos where that cuts out, you can actually still hear the reporter asking the question. It just didn't, because the audio cut out, it wasn't captured, but you can actually still hear the question being read, and you can tell that some sort of a technical issue occurred because the video and everything cuts out. The article states, here's the thing, that's how the post transcripts of the news conference initially read. Ours came from Bloomberg government, and ours, too, excluded the first part of the reporter's question in which he begins, President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election? What happened? If you watch the videos, it's pretty clear. At some point in the middle of the question, there's a switch between the feed from the reporters and the feed from the translator. In the White House version of the video, you can hear the question being asked very faintly under the woman who is translating, saying, President. If you're wearing headphones, you can notice how the latter part of the question is suddenly audible in the right earpiece. At first, the right channel is only the translator. Mid-question, the reporter is suddenly heard in both left and right as the translator feed drops out. Notice, too, that Putin then picks up his earpiece, through which he can hear the translations, and puts it in his right ear. Our transcript in the White House were apparently based on the feed that runs only in the right channel. A White House official told CNN's Abby Phillip that its transcript did not have Mason's audio turned up at the time. referring to Reuters reporter Jeff Mason, who asked the question. This is not a conspiracy from the White House. Just another example here of the media, taking something and blowing it up to ridiculous proportions in an attempt to overturn an election that they lost, and they're still not over. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Spread my videos. Show people that they need to turn off the TV and stop listening to the media because, as we all know, they're lying through their teeth day in and day out.